Microphone. Okay. Audio should be working now. I see the bars moving. So I have half the pins in the lock right now. So I'm just trying to get some muscle memory going for setting pins in the back of the lock before I put the front pins in. Because that's the hardest part to deal with, are the pins in the back. Because similar to Eddie, I use some visuals with this lock to pick it, and it's really hard to see back there. Alright, we'll do this a few more times, then we'll put the front pins in and start getting the stopwatch going. Warning, the stream's current bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. Okay. I have no idea how to fix that. Might be somewhere in my settings. This is my first time actually trying to stream from OBS, so I have no idea what I'm doing. Output. Well, let's see if I can do 68, apply. Okay. Well, you just let me know if it starts dropping out or something, because I don't have the best internet here out in BFE. Alright. Starting to remember how to do the back of the lock. We're getting there. Getting there, getting there. Okay. Tomorrow. Did you get yours from Adam? Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay. And what was little? That was little. Shit. So one of the neat things about some of these locks is, yeah, that's right, half diamond. So the mouth here kind of like got the jaws of a gator right there, and slider 4 on this side sits right up there at the top. So you can see when I remove the key, that slider is where it needs to be. And I looked at some other people's Desmo keys, and it looks like that's the case. So even though you have an 8-slider lock, the last 2 sliders you shouldn't have to touch. If you touch them, you've done it wrong. At least that's the way mine works, because it literally just leaves them right where they were in the lock, because there's nothing, as you extract the key, as long as you aren't jangling it around, the slider's going to be where it needs to be. My lock is a little weird because it is bitted the same on both sides. Normally they're different, but mine happens to be the same. Doesn't really make too much of a difference, I think, because you still have to move all the sliders. So one of the things I'm trying to get some muscle memory on is getting this. Yeah, I use the half diamond here because I'll use like the bottom part to like go behind the sliders and move them a little bit, and then if I just need to touch them, then I just use the tip of the half diamond. My approach with this lock is the first 4 sliders, so that's the 2 columns in the front. I move them out of my way first, so that way I can get to the back of the lock to do the business back there, and then I attack the front of the lock, because once I have the slider set in the back, I don't want to touch them again. Let's see if I can get a picture of what this looks like on the inside for you. There you go. Alright, so I'll take the tailpiece off and put some more pins in. Get some stopwatch action going. Not promising anything tonight, but if we get a number less than 19, then I'll ridicule Eddie with it. This is my first time doing a vertical format, but I seem to recall some people discussing that the verticals get a little better viewership on the live streams. So just trying to play my part here. Sweet with what curve? Alright, where's my tweezers? Did I leave them somewhere not on my desk? Did not. Okay. Oh, the multi-pick curve, okay. Alright, so yeah, my dumbass left my tweezers somewhere. Be right back. Alright, we're back. So, there's a little channel. You can see right there. And drop these other 2 sliders in. Alright. So there's at least 2 people that have nothing better to do this Friday night than watch me play with a Desmo. So did you get one of the cam locks, or did you get the payphone lock style? No, this is the payphone style. Oh, okay. That might be that might be a little different. That's a little different. Okay. So that goes into there. This goes into here. Then we just slide on in. Alright. So one of the neat things I like about this lock is just how easy it is to disassemble. So you can see the sidebars right there. So I have the key in. You can see the little channel that the sidebars fit in right there. So I'm going to hold this in, and this is what I was talking about, that last slider. Hold on, can I get it in focus so we can see down in the lock? So as I remove this key, that last slider doesn't move. It stays right where it needs to be. So as long as you don't jam your pick in too far, you don't have to do anything to it. It just is. Hey Yabo, thanks for coming and hanging out. Trying this new vertical thing. Got a little bit of a distraction with the camera in my face to get the right angle on this, but we'll see what we can do. Yeah, the cam lock is like your toolbox lock or something. You know, it's threaded all the way through, and it's got the jam nut on the back with the tailpiece. And this is like a nice solid chunk of metal. All right. Alright, let me make sure all my angles and everything are good here. So let's move this down just a little bit. Okay. Alright, so I can get in. And I can do what I need to do there. Great. I suppose I should make myself a local copy of this, if just in case I can actually break 19 seconds. So, dandy stopwatch. Too impatient to look it up. All right. Okay, there's that. All right, so I think these first few attempts are going to be just slow and steady. Make sure I remember how to open this thing. Oh, yeah, missed that one. All right. Yeah, this is the fiddly bits that should have opened there. Oh, that one's set, that one's set, that one's set, that one's set. Oh, I see what happened. This guy all the way in the back. Not all the way in the back, almost in the back. There it goes. Alright, well that was a minute. Oh man, that's quite the surprise. Expecting some red belt difficulty when you get a black belt 2 lock instead. And that's what kind of happened with me in this multi-lock. Like I was expecting some fun pin and pin that doesn't quite work right with some spools in it, but then it turns out 4 of the 5 outer key pins are counter milled to match the machining on the inner drivers. Um, Pin stack number 2, the key pin is overmilled, and then the core is also overmilled. And then there's counter milling in 3, 4, and 5 in the Bible to catch the spools. So this is like the hardest purple belt multi-lock that you can get, I guess. And the only reason why it's not ranked brown is because it's really difficult to get good pictures of all of those features. So yeah, I found myself a good one. Okay. Man, I messed that one up. All right. That's what you get for rushing. Okay. Well, with the way things are going, this isn't going to work out for me too well tonight. Oh, Eddie's here. Good to see you. I'm going to blame this camera I have in my face so I can get a good angle on this vertically. The camera's like right there. All right. Oh, that was too far. All right, what'd I mess up? What did I mess up? Is it that one? Oh. Oh. No, it's funny. Don't know what you're gonna get one that's like 0 bitted or something, and then you can just pull like the 1 second open where all you have to do is move one slider. Alright, why didn't that pop? Oh, that one. Shit. Launched a pin to the other side of the lock. No, Eddie, I progressively pinned it. I started off with the 4 pins in the back of the lock, and then I added another 2, and then my first attempt with the full lock was the minute 14 uh, thing. It was just pure accident, is what that was. I mean, by the time you have like 6 of 8 of the sliders in, you kind of know how the lock is supposed to work. Oh, shit. Oh, damn it. That was close. That was so close. Hey, GT man. So that was about, oh, that said 32 seconds on the watch. I wasn't paying attention to when I started. So it was certainly under 30, but I need to cut a whole 10 plus seconds off of that. Haha, nice, JT man. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, that one was about 10 seconds too slow. So we need to work on speeding it up. We'll get there though. Here, that'll run out of beer in the cooler here, and then I'll start slowing down. New sign-ins to my Google account. Oh no. Okay. That one went too far on both the top and the bottom. Well, guys, I'm not feeling the speed tonight, but sit here and struggle with it is what I'll do. Yeah, that guy is in a false gate. In a false gate. Just wiggling around. You guys get your Jimmy Long's new picks dropped at 8? Yeah, I almost did, and then I realized that I've already spent like 150 bucks on locks in the last week, so my fun money budget is not quite there. Wait, no, I did not beat the record. Barbecue Eddie's here, keeping a close eye, trying to intimidate me. Almost, he's right there. Oh no, man, Eddie, I've only got it open twice. Once was like a minute 10, and another one was 30 seconds. Oh, man. It's always that pin back there in the back that I just yeet all the way across to the other side instead of putting it where it needs to go. So Eddie, one of the things I appreciate about your Georgia gym video, there we go. There's another minute 14 minus like the 5 seconds or whatever it took me to get started. So Eddie, one of the things I appreciate about your Georgia gym video, was it Georgia gym where we talk about favorite locks? I think so, yeah. Was the visual aspect of this lock, and yeah, I'm a very visual learner too, and that's the thing that really attracted me to this thing when I saw Squiggle Dark's pick and get of this thing. It was like, oh wow, you can see through the whole thing. Like, you know, that's a pretty cool lock. I should get one. Eddie just remembered to tell her they were free. Yeah. Okay. That's no. Okay, I didn't even get to move everything I want to, so that's how far in I have to go for that. Did I move all the pins I wanted? Yes. Okay. Yeah, Eddie, practice, 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 and then there's like some muscle memory that you gotta build up to. Yeah, see, I didn't even move what I needed to then. I'm not trying to move real fast right now. I'm just trying to make sure I know all the movements I need to make. There's that. See, taking my time, I even got faster. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. That's what they say, right? "19 seconds, Yavo. The best I've ever done was 23. All right, Eddie. We'll see you in a bit. Yeah, I put mine, we're Eastern time here. I put mine to bed right around 8 o'clock. So, feel that. I don't get it. Yeah, it might be tomorrow or Sunday or something like that. All right. Ah, damn it. Ah, that was close. That was another one under 30. That messed up that one pin. It would have been in the low 20s, I think. So Nola, what do you think? The lock looks pretty easy. You just got to move the things to where they go, and then it opens, right? Oh, that one was way too far. Alright, what's my malfunction here? This one? Oh. Yep, there's that one. Yeah, I don't know. Nola did it so fast the camera's FPS wasn't high enough to catch it. I mean, he could get lucky and have a bidding that just needs to move a couple sliders. You never know. A lot of these, like speed picks and whatnot, it's just like some lucky bidding that, especially like the 1 second or the 2 second ones. You just got to breathe on the lock to open it. Right? Shit. Damn it. I don't think I'm supposed to be cussing on a YouTube live or something like that. Not very family friendly. Alright, I messed this one up good. mess up this time. All right. I think we're going to pull these front pins back out. I'll probably end up breaking the lock trying to go so fast. Well, I mean, just put enough tension on it, right? You can probably just make it open once. Just get like the like fattest piece of like 304 stainless that you can get down here in this channel, and just wrench the crap out of it. You'll get your 1 second open. Yeah, once is all you need. And if you do that, Nola, you'll probably simultaneously gut it at the same time, so you can get everything done in about a second. For reassembly, it helps to have the key in, because it lines up your sliders for you, so you can stick your sidebar in. You'd think that'd be obvious, but the first attempt trying to put this back together, I did not do that. About 3 seconds later, I was like, hey, doofus, you might want to put your key in to line up the sliders. Yeah, well, funny how that works. When I've described the LPU build system to people, I like to describe some of those things that you have to do at the green and the blue belt level as, like, they're kind of really good stepping stones, because once you learn how to take apart and reassemble a lock, it helps you on the more advanced ones not be afraid to take it apart and see how they work on the inside. Alright, so now we only have 4 sliders in here, so we're not going to have any stopwatch. What I'm trying to do is figure out how to get in there, move the sliders I need without moving the sliders that I don't need to move. Because if ones that don't need to move accidentally move, so it causes a bad time. Alright, there's that. Oh, I wasn't far enough in. And that's what she said. Alright, a little too far. There we go. Too far. Chase it over to the other side of the line. Shit. Come back. There we go. Get a beverage refill here. So what do you guys got going on? Because I know I am not. There's no way I'm your only entertainment. You probably got me like going in a browser tab somewhere, just waiting for like a shout of joy if I can actually pull this off or something. All right. That's where that needs to be. You're my main focus, chatting a little bit on Discord. Oh man, you got the pressure on now. Alright, now let's put those pins back in. It's on a 43-second pick of this that lasted for at least a few days before Eddie posted a 41. Or maybe it might have been like a day or two. Then after he did that, I did this exactly what I'm doing now. I'm just trying to get the muscle memory down. That's where I got the 26 from. Where does that one go? That goes in the front. No, the ring has to move. The next one. Should have just popped out the sidebars because this has to move. I don't understand the purpose of this little ring here. It does something. What? I don't know. It seems like it helps hold the key in right here to keep it from sagging out of the bottom, but I don't, not entirely certain. Not entirely certain. Oh, there's the key. There's the key. Yeah, I guess that helps locate the key up here. Okay. Let's see, is this a bar one? Okay. So Noah, one of the funny things I enjoy about seeing people talk about these payphone lock Desmos is, but the tailpiece, they only open counterclockwise. And well, wouldn't you know it, tensioning is so awkward going counterclockwise for right-handed people. And a lot of people just cut the tail off so they could tension it the wrong-handed way. So I find that slightly amusing. Because they're right here, and then they get the left hand, they're trying to pull tension, like, oh, it's so awkward, I can't do it. Welcome to the life of a lefty, dude. Just deal with it. But no, they cut the tail off, because then it can rotate either direction. Must be nice. Yeah, but yeah, I've thought about that because there's some locks like the Medico here uh, has no. Well, this one has no tailpiece on it, so it can go in either direction. And a valid technique is to tension it clockwise to bind the sidebar first, so that way you can set your rotations before you start lifting. Even though normally you just operate the lock going the other way. But this doesn't have a tailpiece like the payphone Desmo. I'll do my camera bump and get this back in frame right there. There we go. Alright, so now we're back up to 8 sliders. See how much fail boating I can do tonight. My wife's out of town all weekend, which means I can talk to you guys without the peanut gallery in the other room hollering at me. She's not really peanut gallery, she's pretty good. Alright, there we go. Oh, we're up to 5 viewers. And yeah, well, you can actually thank my wife for kicking me out of the house to go to that tool, not quite a tool, chapter meetup. I was hemming and hawing about it, and she told me I just needed to go. Alright. When I get faster, I should really remember to keep my pick in there for those moves. We are almost there. Crap. There it goes. Sub 30. 10 seconds faster is what I need. Yeah, now I need to get those admins on the Tool Discord to synchronize my membership status. Sent a private message to the lockpicking dev with my details, but I haven't heard anything. Eventually. Eventually we'll get that taken care of. AP 102 homework. Yeah, no, the other day you mentioned AP homework, and here I am thinking that you're dating a high schooler with high school AP courses, but I know that's not the case. Or maybe you are robbing the cradle, who knows? What is AP? Boom! Holy shit! I did it. All right. So I just got that open. I looked down and I saw a 19 and change on the stopwatch, which means that I just beat the 19 seconds. So in order to get this account, I need to gut this real quick, and then I can open up VLC and see what it actually was. And it looks like I had 4 witnesses. All right, so that's going to go right there. Move that out of the way. All right, had some witnesses for that tonight. Cool. So we'll take this apart real quick. Because in order to count for a speed pick, you have to show that you didn't make it really easy for yourself. Anatomy and physiology for nursing school. Definitely not a high. Yeah, see, I figured it was something like that, but figured just had to troll the troll right there. We're both pushing 40. Yeah. All right. So now let's. All right, guys. Was anyone actually paying attention to the time on that? I think that was like a 18 or a 17 is what that was. So there's the sidebar. Hold on, let's get this in focus. Focus, unmodified sidebar. There's the spring. No special modifications there. Alright, complete sidebar there, no special mod, still got my sidebar spring, and there's the sidebar grooves. So now we need to take out our 8 sliders. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice, Yabo. Thanks for counting. Sweet. I reclaimed the crown. All right. Yeah. With the speed picks, they go by the timestamp in the video, so sometimes it gets rounded to an unfortunate second, so that might be 18. Okay, it might be 16. Yeah, it depends on how the timestamps line up, because they don't do sub-second timing. Anyway, so, and then for anyone considering this for speed picks or brown belt, you also have to show that your sliders don't have master cuts in them. That's that. So there we go. That was that. If Eddie comes back, we can tell him I beat him. I'm going to put this back together and see if I can get a little faster, because I can always cut that part out and then make a separate video to submit for speed picks. Yeah, so Loose Shirt is the one that grades the speed picks, and I don't think he cares. Definitely not 18. Cool. So I at least knocked a couple seconds off. All right. All right. There's that. Now the crappy thing is, now I got to figure out how to put my vise back in where I want it. Okay. Which one is the front and the back? All right. So this goes in the front. Cool. Well, thanks for hanging out with me tonight, guys. I think that was pretty cool and fun. Ain't got nothing better to do than try for some speed picks on a Friday night because we're cool old guys like that. I'm just a little bit over 40, Nola. No, son of a bitch. That doesn't want to go in there. Swap these around. Is that the right keyhole? What is your malfunction, man? Get in there. I left the frame with a lock. You mean where I hid it behind my vise and then did a sleight of hand to trade it out for one of the other Desmos I have? Or did I lift it completely out? Yeah, that's the shitty thing about the vertical. Should have paid a little more attention. I can go again though. But you never know. Whose shirt may or may not care. May or may not. Guess it depends on the nature of it. There we go. This going in. Nope. I have some key pins in the wrong place. Yep. Because the key's not all the way in, dumbass. That's what I would have done, LOL. Would have done what? The same thing I did, or just submit it anyway and see what he says. Well, if I can't duplicate it, that's what I'm going to do anyway. I mean, the worst case that he can do is tell me no. Because for what it's worth, the minute 14 video that I posted, I had a backlight on the lock, and he did not care about that. But evidently, if you're going to submit a slider lock for a belt, you should not have a backlight on it. Marson and Squigs informed me of that. And that's how I ended up with my 43 second open. I figured that was a good way to thumb my nose at the no backlight thing, because I don't think it really makes a difference. Yeah, when I was initially pinning out the lock and trying to figure out how it works, the backlight is super helpful. If you want it to count for any belt submissions or Dan points or whatever, no backlight. But if you come up with a fiber optic light to go in the front, that's completely fine. So lights are okay except for when they're not. Something about you have to try to pick the lock as if it were installed or something, but we don't do anything with locks in use, but we still have to pick them like they're installed. So. Okay. So where's the extents of, I'm going to move these guys over here to let me know not to move anything out of there. Yeah, yeah, okay. And Yabo's over here to let me know where the right-hand side of my video frame is. All right. So we will try this once again. Yeah, at some point, yeah, well, they specifically mention that, like, you can't tension from the back or pick from the back of the lock. It all has to be from the front of the lock. But, like, in terms of lighting environments, um, the only way to say that you can't backlight this, honestly, is to say you must tape the back of the lock. Because anyone that is sitting in, like, a full sun room with a nice, like, white wall can just point the lock at the wall, right? And then it's backlit, but it's not directly backlit. I mean, we can still see through it right there. So unless you're telling people to tape the lock, I don't think the indirect backlight is okay, but direct backlight is not, is kind of silly. Either tell everyone to tape it, or people can do whatever they want with lights. Nice, 16 seconds. Yeah, we'll see if we can duplicate that and get a little cleaner gutting video. I got a little too excited there. So I think the correct thing to do is to get the lock out of the vise, sit here and hold it, then move the vise, drop the lock down, and then start working on it right here. Eddie had a video for 21 seconds that he wanted to post, but he didn't know he had hit the 21 seconds, so he didn't gut the lock afterwards. So he'd asked Lou Shirt about it to see if it counted, and the response is definitely not. So if you're going to speed pick, you have to get the lock after you do the speed pick to show that it's not modified to be faster. I don't think they actually have any rules written down anywhere. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Yeah, he didn't have the gutting in the same take. Um, he just was picking the lock over and over again, and didn't realize that he'd actually beat my time with 21 seconds until he went back to look at the video. All right. Single digits would be really fun, but I don't think I'm capable of that. The rules are on the website. On what website? Is this the LPU? It's LPU locks, speed picks, LPU locks, speed picks. Screwing up the gut and missing the top. No smoke and mirrors either. Oh man. Okay, well, evidently I can get this open in 16. Let's see if I can repeat that and take a couple breaths and think about this stupid vertical video. Okay. There's that. Make sure this is no. I want it down a little more. There we go. Let's check this angle now. There we go. Okay. The thing I hate about picking up the vise to show a gut is you get the vise all fine-tuned where you like it and everything's all ergonomic, and then pick it up and like throw it 5 feet from you and it all gets dorked up. Never mind, it's the same rules for whatever belt the lock is. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to go back and look at the recording and see how egregious it was. Because if it was just like me still holding on to it and, well, yeah. Yeah, it's something I'll look at tomorrow morning. I ain't gonna do that tonight. Alright, let's get back down to business. Back down to business. So Nola, when are you gonna make that Legion of Lefties logo? So that way we can all throw that around. Oh, already messed that one up. We'll hit an extra pin back there. Okay. Ready? Oh, my pick got stuck. What are you stuck on? I found like some little cavity there or something it got stuck on. Oh man, yeah, don't do that. Huh. Okay. Mess this one up too. Left-handed only pick handle design. Yes, please. Yes, please. One of my favorite things in high school and college was when I'd see some right-handed person get stuck with one like the lefty desks, like especially in the auditorium, like they get stuck on the left-hand row, and they're sitting there trying to figure out how to write on that little tiny little triangle that's just on their left knee. Non-stop complaints. It's like, dude, welcome to my world. It sucks. I don't think it'd be like a left-handed screwdriver because you remember the so pencil grips, right? Gonna get my screwdriver out here. So pencil grips would be like a little slide-on pencil grips would be designed to have someone hold it right-handed and be comfortable. And then if you're lefty and you try to grab it, the curves in it don't line up at all, and it's completely worthless. Yeah, I made that mistake in elementary school, and it took me a while to figure out why the pencil grips weren't comfortable at all, even though all my friends liked them, and it was a cool thing to have on your pencils, so couldn't use them. So I could see, get like, a little cutout for your thumb right here as opposed to the other side for a righty, right? So you could certainly make a left-handed pick handle. Oh, I can pull a little bando here. So here's my Kershaw leek. This is actually some mammoth tusk inlay in the scales here. The whole right side will be spiked. LOL. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, all my knives I move the pocket clip so that way I can carry in a left hand pocket. So for the leek, at least for me, it's just turning it upside down, so it's point up. But yeah, all my knives get flipped around for left hand pocket carry. This is fun. Okay, back to picking locks. Okay, nice and slow, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Let's do this. Missed it. Missed it again. There it goes. Too far with those, probably. Yep. All right. Let's find out what I did wrong. Yeah, okay. Well, that's under 40 seconds. Then move it to your right hand to open it. So normally you use a knife right-handed? I throw right-handed. I can throw darts right-handed. Can shoot pool left or right-handed. Ping pong is left or right-handed. Hard to close it left. Bat and throw right-handed, but pretty much, yep, same. I was a no jokes, Noah, but I was a switch hitter for a time. I could bat left or right. I was better left-handed, or no, better right-handed than left-handed. But I could swing the bat left-handed if I had to. I kick right-footed. I play lacrosse left-handed, which is weird. Hockey is right-handed, which is even more weird compared to lacrosse. Lacrosse felt more natural left-handed, and hockey was right-handed. But I also suck at sports, so there's that too. Kick left-footed. I shoot right-handed. I'm right-eye dominant. So I got a right-handed bow, and all my guns are right-handed. Pistols I can do ambidextrous, but that's fairly easy. Oh, that was 23 on the clock. Okay, so that might be another possibility, depending upon how many seconds it took me to get started. All right, so we'll go ahead and do a gut of this one right here. See, this time I'll hold on to it. I did not count how many seconds it took me to get started, so that's anywhere from 17 to a 20-second pick is what that is, I think. The only reason why I'm getting it a second time here is so that way I can just extract a little bit of video for the submission. Watch that end up being like a straight tie to Eddie's 19 seconds. I can't even remember how long it took me to get started on that. If I had to guess, it's probably a 19 to 20 second total effort, but whatever. We'll take this apart and put it back together. Okay, so here's the sidebar grooves. There's that one. Oh, there we go. Sidebar. Has Eddie come back yet? Or did he abandon us? 3 are watching, so I'm assuming he abandoned us. Shit. See, this is what I did on my 23 second when I ended up launching one of these slider pins across the room. So, yeah. I think there it goes again. All the way over there. I'll just finish this, put this back together, and we'll do it again. He got scared and ran away. Alright. So that one probably won't count because I launched some pins across the room. We got that. And now put it back together and do it again. Right-handed, left-eye dominant, so I trained my right eye for rifle shooting. About archery, Nola. Do you shoot a bow, left or right-handed? It's not lining up. It's putting it in upside down. Way to go. There we go. Nope, back up to 4 viewers now. Isn't that ring cheating? Great idea. What are you talking about? What ring? Cheat key ring, wire type. No, that's actually part of the lock. It sits up here in the nose section. Hold on. This is a payphone lock style, and all the disassemblies I've seen of these also have that ring. Kind of don't exactly know what it's for. My best guess is it helps keep the key level in the lock. As you can see, there's a little recess right here in the nose for that ring to sit in. But yeah, it does look like a cheap key ring. Totally get that. Oh, and let's see, what else can I talk about? So this little divot right here is for key retention for some strange reason, but this one doesn't have it. If you look at some other Desmo pics, in the sidebar here, so I have just a spring. Sometimes there's like a little spring around a pin, so that way when the sidebar retracts as you rotate, the pins go into the center of the lock and capture the key. I think Nola's cam lock version is probably going to have that. So I was concerned when I first took mine apart and I just had springs and I didn't have those little key retention pins in there. And then looking at some more disassembled payphone versions like mine, none of them have it. So didn't feel bad after that. All right. I think it might be time to send the dog outside for a little bit and get my final beverage out of the cooler. And we'll give this a few more goes. See if we can get that 16 seconds again. Find a guy. No, I don't want to know about your browser history there. Noah's finding out that he's not the only one that knows how to troll some people. Alright, I'll be right back. I have to manage the four-legged circus. long day. Oh man. So Nola, you had asked what I did to my computer. So I got myself a 2 terabyte spinning Rust hard drive to put in it. I only have SSDs in it right now because I wanted to uh, preserve all the videos that I've been recording, not on my SSD, figuring they might start taking up some space. So I reached into my box of parts from when I built this computer last year, and I pulled out a serial ATA power cable, and it turned out to be for a different modular power supply. Um, so it did terrible things. It ended up frying the 2 terabyte hard drive that I had just bought, and did a whole bunch of other weird things. So it corrupted the OS install on my SSD, and for some reason half of my RAM didn't want to work. So it took me about 7 hours to get down to the bottom of it. I ended up having to move my operating system SSD to a different computer, get an external SATA hard drive bay. Yeah, I have one of those. They're like, it's something you can like slap a bare drive into, and I use that for backups and stuff. But I just wanted a drive in the computer. Um, so yeah, I ended up having to take the SSD out of this computer and put it into one of my other computers, so that way Windows could run its system checks on there and recover that. Finally got the OS to boot with like half the RAM in the system, and then I had to do some Microsoft voodoo magic to get it to essentially replace some files that got corrupted, and then finally, right when the kid gets off the bus at 4 p.m., we got started on this at 7:30 in the morning. Everything was working. Oh, Marissa, hi. All right. Let's get this back up in the vise. Hey, Poet, how's it going? Oh man, we're up to 5 now. So the fastest open I've had on this thing this evening was about, according to Yabo, 16 seconds. But also, according to some others, since I'm recording vertical, I accidentally went somewhere with a lock where I wasn't supposed to. So I don't exactly know if it's going to count for a speed pick. So I'm trying to duplicate the 16-second pick. So now we have 3 lefties in the channel, myself, Nola, and the lock-picking Poet, outnumbering the right-handed people, I do believe. Concurrent viewers 4. Commodore 64 and a landline. Oh man. Okay, hold on. Get this right here. Okay. Let's get back down to business. See if we can get this done. Oh, Yin Yet's here. Oh man. Or back up to a 50-50 distribution. Banned from touching a PC for a while. Well, a replacement hard drive shows up on Sunday, but thankfully I have the correct power cable installed, so that should be a little easier. All right, let's get my stopwatch going. And get in here and get to work. Almost. I heard it. No speed record for this run. That was 35 seconds minus some lead up, so that's about 30 seconds or somewhere around there. I'm ambidextrous. Does that count? No, are you sure? You know, so I applied some deductive reasoning because I had like 3 different serial ATA power cables in the box, and 2 of them were one style, and one of them was different. And it was a different one that caused all of my pain and frustration today. So I'm assuming the 2 that are the same style are the ones that actually go with my power supply. Alright. So 30 seconds was good. We just need to chop it in half is what we need to do. Oh, missed. There we go. These ones in the back are really delicate. Oh, I didn't go. That would have been a good time. What did I miss? What did I miss? Was it this one? Nope. Oh. Uh-huh. You had moved back. There you go. Sorry for interrupting, but your belongings were for sale again. So Nola, this is what did me in. So this is the correct cable on the left. And this is the incorrect cable on the right. So I had some volts going where some volts shouldn't, and bad things happened. Yep, that's another about 30 seconds or so. Oh, we're up to 6 now. Oh man. The late night crowd is coming up. Yeah, no, this is the first one I made in a very long time. There's a time in my life where video games was just like a huge time suck for me, and there was some bad choices made. So I actually didn't play computer games for let's see, 2001 through recently. So like almost 20 years away from video games on the computer. And the thing that made me want to build a computer was the release of Armored Core 6 about this time last year, because I played like all of the PlayStation games and whatnot. So I decided it was time. So I did that. All right. Oh, missed one again. Which pin did I miss? Which pin did I miss? Is it you? Oh, how about you? Oh, everyone. Oh, oh. I didn't even touch anything. Yeah, it turns out. So I tried going to college right after high school, and it turns out you can't pass your classes if you're playing computer games all day and staying up all night playing computer games. So yeah. 5 1/4 inch floppies, okay. My very first computer was one that I built myself out of spare parts that I gathered from my friends. Is a 386 SX 33 megahertz. It was quite the Franken computer. I was pretty proud of myself. At that time, my friends were running like 46 DX4s, the the first Pentiums, etc. So I managed to cobble together this 386 out of spare parts. Use that to teach myself some C++ programming, or C and C++ programming. All right. Let's see if I can do this time, and remember just pop that tension just a little more. Box of 286. Co-processors. Yes, got to have that math co-processor if you actually want to do anything. Don't forget your turbo buttons. Although they work backwards, because you take the turbo off to slow your CPU down, not vice versa. Remember running a program on a boot disk called Moslow to play some older games like the Wing Commander 1 and Wing Commander 2 on a faster computer, because it used CPU clock ticks for its time cycle. So you had to slow down your CPU to play older games. Box of floppy and USB readers sitting in store. DOS 6.1. Okay, that's dated a little bit. I think what, DOS 6.2.2 was the last DOS release. Come on. man. Alright, where'd I mess up this time? That one. Right there. Right there. The secret to the speed pick on these things is just moving each slider once and stopping exactly where you need it to go. If you miss, then you just busted your effort. Yeah, shit. Nope. Almost. What did I mess up? Is that you? Hmm. Yeah, I run Linux on my laptops because this desktop is for Windows gaming and other stuff. But I got a little 14-inch laptop that I run Linux on. I want to go on work trips and whatnot. That's my personal laptop. And the neat thing is Steam runs in Linux these days. So there's a lot of games that, thanks to the Steam Deck, that you can actually play on Linux. All right. Well, I think I just got a few more attempts left here. I'm starting to run out of steam, folks. I've been at this, let's see, timer says an hour 35, and I think I started my hour 50 for the stream, so almost 2 hours of trying to break a land speed record here. 16 seconds was good, just a couple careless mistakes in the gut. Come on. Didn't grab it. There we go. A little too far. Alright, that was 24 on the clock. That's probably another 20, 22 second pick. I'm not gonna bother getting that one because I got another one that was just a little quicker tonight. Oh, I missed it. Yep. Come on. Now you're where you need to be. Alright. Well, I don't think I'm making any more significant progress this evening, folks. So I'm gonna clean up here. Appreciate everyone hanging out. Nola, thanks for hanging out all evening. It was a pretty solid 2 hours. Nola, are you gonna live stream your unboxing and first pick attempt of your Desmo, or are you gonna privately examine it before you try to put it on video? All right. Recording the unboxing in the first attempt. There you go. Yeah. Good luck with that. It's a fun little lock. I really like it. Let me get a view of the camera. This vertical format puts this camera in places where I'm not used to the field of view. So yeah, it really cool little lock. I think what's the more complex side here? Is that the I keep on want to say the IX10, but no, that's a dimple. Crap, I forget the more complicated one. I'd be curious to see that, but also kind of scared of it at the same time. Alright folks, it's almost 10:25 here. Thank you all for hanging out with me. Still got 4 viewers hanging on. I might be back up tomorrow, or maybe I'll just record some videos by myself and see if I can get another 16-second lower open. The Primus has been my obsession so far. This should be interesting. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you all for hanging out with me. I'm gonna cut this out for the evening. Everyone have a great night. Be safe. Something. Whatever Pocket Woman says. You guys be good. Thanks for hanging out.